And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. They'll look to run with Akers. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Again, it'll be Akers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll get this out to Gurley. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And he is going to have a Rams first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. From the 50, it's Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Broken tackle, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This a quick pass to Davis. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and they're going to have a third down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught at the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there just before halftime. Beathard's throw here into the hands of Jones. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw Beathard. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now Beathard. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll throw now on the final play. He rifles one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty. On first and goal, Gurley. And he's
gonna go down in the field of play, so they say no to the field goal try, and time has run out on this first half.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
They have to remember is that what's done is done and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Second and 8. First throw for the backup, Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Gurley. Skirts by him at the 35. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Ryan.
He'll get this off to Gurley.
Good move by Gurley. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, they run with Gurley. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. On 3rd down,
incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On second down and 4, Stafford going up top for Kupp. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Play action. It's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. On the give, this is Akers. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. On the handoff, it's Akers. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We are off to the fourth quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit,
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
a lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Second and 10. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food, because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 57 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Man open, here is Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Well, the Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Looking end zone for Jones. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for L.A., many wondered if a second win would come, but here it is as they climb to 2-13 now. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
retreat. Also, that is Spartan. And by Spartan law, we will stand and fight and die. And all will know that 300 Spartans gave their last breath to defend it. This is Sparta! No man. Person or group, no man seconds a messenger. From the crimes and bloods of conquered kings to my city.
Lester.
Beats. Beats.
told me someday I will buy galley with good oars, sail to distant shores.
The NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Bill Stadium in upstate New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And we are underway in Buffalo. Fields this way up at the 17. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. Fighting through it. He's got space. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes. Play action. Now it's Allen. Steps away. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley, 38 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Eason to throw. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there on 4th and 10. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing is Eason. He'll get this out wide to Penny. Touchdown! Rashad Penny. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got to the end zone. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't...
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Eason sets to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First and rush coming, and he's taken down. 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Eason drops it underneath for Collins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now Eason. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
A good start to the drive here. That's caught out on the left side. Great, baby, great. All the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Put the ball in, turned on the Jets, and took it all the way.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Following the fumble recovery, Eason going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs, 58 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action with Eason. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun is Eason. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. There he goes left side. Here we go. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Well, Parker, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make the team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance in a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done little bit, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
42, Seahawks 14.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't get...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. A minute 52 to play until halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Now left side on the swing pass. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Here's Eason off the play fake. He lets it fly for Lockett. He's got a man complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 94 yards. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Ready to go for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Flushed out right. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into probably some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. First down and more for Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen escaping the pressure right. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 34-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance. And that's caught inside the 35. No, sir. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 82 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable two-score lead here in the third quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves starting to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangling. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs and say, roads closed.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Collins running left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This is Collins on the handoff. Dances by at the 20. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Eason, flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action, it's Eason. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st and goal, Collins. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Collins. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
No, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50. The 30. 20. 10. 5. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. On the left side, he finds Beasley. Touchdown! Cole Beasley. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now.
And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Not only another 1st down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Flushed out right. play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To the air, Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown, Bills! Devin Singletary, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Seahawks 28.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This two shall pass, and it finally came down to a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safety. Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. Allen now looks to throw, escaping the pressure right. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Bills continue to pour it on. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They click so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his third pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Eason. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Ready to go for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. First down and more for Allen. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there on the keeper.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen will get this out wide to Singletary. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, our booth is here. We can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoot as he does for Dora. Took over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
first down, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's some... And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Eason to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Looking to throw. Eason. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 7 yards to pick up there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now Allen. Being chased out left. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.